bitcoinsoul.org, SEOUL.org, for distinguished investors with over 50 Bitcoin in active investments. Okay, what happened to Bitcoin and what strategy should I use when this happens to Bitcoin? First of all, for 4 or 5 days straight, Bitcoin has been on a tear. It's been on a parabolic tear. Even the Peter Brandt said, well, the parabola is going to win. And technically he's right, because the parabola didn't lose yet. The parabola hasn't been destroyed yet. We're still within our wedge as far as the TA goes. But what happened? Why is it that every time Bitcoin is just about to hit a major milestone, even 3,000, even 1,000, I don't know if you remember back that far, even $100, even $100, I don't know if you remember back that far. 3,000, same thing happened, and now 5,000, on the cusp of 5,000. What happened? What did we hit? 4,980, 90 something. In fact, some bloggers actually released on their blogs, major blogs, yay, Bitcoin hit 5,000. Oh, what? Is exactly what happened. Why did that happen? And what should I do now? So here's what's actually happening. A lot of professional analysts are saying, well, Bitcoin is at super high RSI. 1 hour RSI is super high, 2 hour RSI, 30-minute RSI, 4 hour RSI is all super high. 1 day RSI is super high. So Bitcoin's going to fall, right? And they're not wrong. And they're not wrong about that. But what they're omitting to tell you, or maybe they don't know to tell you, or maybe they're intentionally not telling you, probably if they're really good chart analysts, they're probably intentionally not telling you this. But if you go to OKCoin, or if you go to BitMEX, or several other websites, they actually let you leverage your Bitcoin in futures. They're basically options contracts. So you can basically say, hey, here's my Bitcoin, and I'm a whale. I'm going to give you 50 Bitcoin. I'm going to give you 200 Bitcoin. You're going to hold it in your margin account. And what I want to do, I want to borrow 10 times more Bitcoin. So instead of 50 Bitcoin, I want 500 Bitcoin to invest right now because I know we're going to hit $5,000. I'm sure of it. Because after all, we've had the last 5 days of just constant parabolic action, just constantly going up. And we're right at the cusp. And we're like 20 or 30 points away from 5,000. I can see the promised land right over there. What happened? They get wrecked. You know why they get wrecked? It's because there are whale groups, let's just use that term. There are whale groups that coordinate with each other and say, you know, when you reach 4,972 on GDAX, we're going to coordinate it exactly. We're all going to sell. We're just going to sell the hell out of this. And what ends up happening? They've also taken out contracts, but what they did, they took out short contracts. They bet that we wouldn't reach 5,000, and what they're going to do is enforce that bet. It's in Korean. It's 치고 치는 고스톱, 놀고 치는 고스톱. I forget the expression now, but I'm sure my Korean followers will tell me. Anyway, there's an expression for that, where you make a bet and then you make a conspiracy to enforce that bet. It's actually pretty brilliant. Well, brilliant is the only word I'm going to use to describe it because that's what happens. So that happens. You can't do anything about it. It's just going to happen, and it always happens right when everybody thinks, "Hey, I'm saved. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Lord Almighty, I am saved, I am saved." And the promised land's right there. Right when you just let your guard down is when you get wrecked. What do? Did you buy Bitcoin? Did you literally, even if you didn't take out an options contract and just bought Bitcoin, did you buy it at $4,900? Did you buy it at $4,950 thinking, hey, I'm going to hold on to Bitcoin the moment it goes up to $5,000 because this is history. This is history right here. If you did that, you lost 12% within minutes. Now that you know that this sort of thing happens, there are groups that conspire to take out short contracts whenever Bitcoin's about to embark on a brand new frontier of a new all-time high that's going to set off all the news chains and all the news in the world. How do you prepare for that? What do you do if well, you can do the same thing that these whale groups do. You can go to BitMEX or OKCoin and just take out short contracts. The all-time high that's going to be historic, and it's going to happen at $7,000. It's going to happen at $9,000, and it's definitely going to happen at $10,000. So now that you know that, you can do the same thing. Just take out a short contract, and you'll make 5 times your Bitcoin. So invest 1 Bitcoin, and in 2 or 3 minutes, you'll make 5 Bitcoin out of just 1. That's how options work. Or you could lose it all. But it's unlikely because these whale groups will keep playing that game, and as long as the people that are shorting aren't that many, then they'll ignore you. They'll let you tag along and benefit for the ride. But if suddenly there's 1 million people shorting, they're going to go the other way, and they're going to long on you. Let me translate that, because the words long and short may not resonate with all of you. We actually have whales in our whale club that have over 50, 100 Bitcoin from way back in the early days, and they just don't know anything about investing. They just know Bitcoin rocks. So they bought a bunch during the darknet BBS days. Okay, so what ends up happening if you look at the betting table at OKCoin or BitMEX or wherever you go, you look at the betting table and you see where's more money? Is there more money on people saying, oh, we won't hit $5,000, that's ridiculous. It always falls. It always crashes right before you hit 5,000. Or is there more money on, oh, we're absolutely going to hit 5,000. We've been working up to this for 4 or 5 days straight. It's impossible. You know how many people, and there's going to be a bank that steps in at the last minute, and there's going to be a big fund that buys in at the last minute. But are there more of these people, or are there more of these people? And so you look at it's all public. It's all visible in the exchange logs. So you look at it and you go, okay, let's form a group. Let's form an alliance and consortium, and say, okay, there's more money here, so let's go against them and take all their money by timing the reverse of what they expect. So that's kind of what happens. So just kind of look. How do you make yourself safe? Just look at the thing. Just look at the bets. And then go opposite if it's a milestone moment for Bitcoin, and that's going to be a safe bet. If you do it wrong, or if you don't have insider information, you're going to lose all your money once or twice, but you'll make a shit ton of money. You'll make a lot of money, a profound amount of money, the 3rd time when you finally get it right, and it's worth it. You lose 1 or 2 Bitcoin here. And then a couple months later, you lose another 1 or 2 Bitcoin here. And then finally, a couple months later, you finally get it right and you make 10 Bitcoin or you make 20 Bitcoin. So that's how that works. In fact, I was going to show you why all these blue lines are here. These are catching falling knives is what we're doing here. We're setting really low, ridiculously, insanely cheap buy orders for altcoins that have a lot of upward potential. But we're out of time on this video, so and it's a totally different topic, to be honest with you. So we'll do another video shortly. At least this one will get your mind wrapped around why Bitcoin always does this, and then there's a Bitcoin Soul, SEOUL.org, the Asian